Hello, my name is Jamie Ann, and I am going to tell you about the history of France and its educational system, the different levels of schooling here, as well as the teachers and the similarities and differences between education in France and education in the United States of America. France is located in Europe. France borders 8 countries, which are Spain, Italy, Switzerland, Germany, Belgium, Luxembourg, Monaco, and Andorra. Across the English Channel is the United Kingdom. Other nearby waterways are the Bay of Biscay and the Mediterranean Sea. France is about 250,000 square miles. To put this into perspective, the United States of America is 3.8 million square miles. It would be more reasonable to compare France to our second largest state, which is Texas, which comes in at 270,000 square miles. France's history can be recorded all the way back to 600 BC, when the Greek city of Massalia, which bordered the Mediterranean Sea, was founded. This city is currently known as Marseille. Around 800 AD, Charlemagne brought together the Frankish kingdoms, which included not only Western Europe, but also modern-day France. An interesting fact about Charlemagne was that he admired learning and education and books, and contributed to a lot of advances in education in very early France. From the 800s to 1870, France is known as a monarchy. It was led by a wide variety of princes and kings. After 1870, France became a democratic republic. As of 2017, France's current president is Emmanuel Macron. Primary school in France is called École élémentaire. Elementary school begins at age 6 and lasts for 5 years. I think it is very important to spend these first 3 years really focusing on the writing and more particularly the reading skills, because secondary subjects such as science, history, and social studies are going to require an understanding of reading during textbooks and other documents. Middle schools, or college, provides education for students who are 11 through 15 years old. High school, or lycée, provides education for students ages 15 through 18. Students in a lycée experience vocational training or are prepared for further education in a baccalaureate program. I think that this is especially helpful for students or teenagers because not all of them are going to continue to a baccalaureate program or a master's program. Some are going to go directly into the workforce and could benefit from this experience and this training. Teachers in France must have a bachelor's degree in the subject in which they teach. It is preferred for teachers to have a master's degree. English teachers in France must have a bachelor's degree, as well as 1 year of relevant experience, plus a special certification. There are many similarities and differences in the educational system in the United States and France. Both of these countries have public schools as well as private schools. In both of these countries, many of the private schools are religious, and most do not conform to state-mandated curriculums. In both the U.S. and France, schooling is not mandatory. However, instruction is. Therefore, it is perfectly fine for children to be homeschooled as long as the standards are followed. In France, higher education is funded by the state. Therefore, personal expenses for a baccalaureate program are very low. A master's degree might cost anywhere from $800 to $4,000 US. In France, money is not a deterrent for continuing education. However, in the United States of America, a lot of students do not continue education because it will put them further into debt. No country is perfect. Similar to the United States, France has been dealing with teachers going on strike due to disagreements with recent reforms and poor working conditions. Teachers, as recently as April of last year, have gone on strike to the point where schools needed to be closed for the day. Also, about 21% of the annual national budget in France is spent on education. If you compare that to the United States of America, we spend between 3 and 6% of our annual national budget on education. I hope you learned some new information about the education system in France and how it compares to ours in the United States of America.